Is it possible to create 50 meals that perfectly represent each one of our nation's 50 states? All right, let's yank its heart out.
Oh my God!
Well, I'm gonna have a lot of fun trying. Shucking corn.
Yeah.
That is a 9-foot alligator.
I'm Taylor Hicks. You may know me as a singer. So why as an entertainer hosting a food show? Simple. I love food. I even own my own barbecue joint. And I love to travel. So I'm hitting the road and eating my way across America, one state at a time. On this episode of State Plate, I'm visiting a southern state known for massive orange groves, a world-famous pie, and succulent, sustainable seafood. Yep, I'm in Florida, home to edible palm trees, mouth-watering marmalade, prehistoric protein, and a whole lot more. Go to work, baby. It looks like it's chopped up cardboard. So stay tuned for a heaping helping of Florida on State Plate. This is gonna be tough. I have this empty plate with a silhouette of Florida, and I need to fill it up with the foods that best represent the state. To do that, I've enlisted the help of TV icon Marie McCormick. She may be a Hollywood girl, but she loves to try new food as much as I do.
Look at me! I'm stone crabbing in Florida!
So we've split up the state to take the biggest bite possible out of the Sunshine State's incredibly diverse cuisine.
That's right. I'm in the great state of Florida.
Say Florida, and the first thing that comes to mind is citrus. Florida boasts 569,000 acres of citrus groves containing nearly 75 million trees. These prolific groves produce 80% of the country's citrus fruit and more than 90% of the orange juice. But the Sunshine State has a lot more to offer than just citrus. Along the Atlantic and Gulf Coast, fishermen pull in boatloads of seafood. Central Florida and the Everglades boast the largest alligator population in the world. Further south, the Keys lay claim to arguably the world's most famous pie. And across the state, citrus of all shapes and sizes. For our first bite of Florida, and I do mean bite, Maureen is headed to the swamplands in search of a Florida favorite that's more than 37 million years old. They don't call them the Florida Gators for nothing. In these parts, alligators are feared, loved, farmed, trapped, and eaten, and it's no wonder. Florida is home to more than 1 million wild gators. The only thing bigger than the gator population itself is the local demand for the meat. To feed that demand, trappers like Aaron Bergwerf cruise rivers and swamps from Central Florida down into the Everglades in search of wild gators.
Aaron, okay, you are the man here. You are an alligator hunter, trapper, breeder.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's go get some gators. Whoa, man! It's pretty powerful.
Yes, it is.
This massive crocodilian thrives in warm southern waters from Texas and Louisiana, all the way to the Carolinas. But these waters are home to the most alligators in the country.
Today I'm bringing you on the Withlacoochee River.
Great name.
The name Withlacoochee is actually a Seminole name, and what it means is Little Big River, the river that comes and goes.
See any?
Not yet. We need to be looking up inside the hyacinths. They'll be laying on top of the lilies and the water hyacinths. Right here, to the right.
Okay.
There's a pretty big alligator sitting right there.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Whoa. How big do you think that gator is?
That fella right there is an 8.5, 9-foot alligator.
That is huge.
The alligator is a descendant of the prehistoric bird. Humans have likely been eating its meat since civilization began. It's been a Florida staple since the Native American Seminole tribe discovered its meat value. Low in fat, high in protein, and easy to hunt without modern tools.
So a while back, alligator meat was going for $5 a pound, and now it's up over $8 a pound, which tells me that Floridians love their gator meat. If we were to trap that gator right now, about how much would you make off of that gator?
Oh, probably around the $150. By the time you fully processed that alligator and deboned all the meat and took out the fat.
So if you're only allowed to get 2 a year, that's not a lot of money.
You're not
so
gonna make a living.
You need a day job too, right?
Yes.
Which is why most gator meat comes from farms instead of the wild.
So I would think to most people, hunting alligators is a pretty scary occupation.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Have you ever been attacked by an alligator?
No way.
which is pretty amazing considering these guys move pretty darn fast.
Oh.
He's had enough noise for the day.
Pretty sure Maureen's right there with him.
All righty. You're back at the dock.
Okay, so we have seen alligators. Now, how do we eat them?
Well, I am hooking you up with some of my friends and have you eat some alligator Florida style.
It'll be a first.
Turns out Aaron's got some good friends in high places.
Are you ready to eat some gator?
Yep. Thanks, Brett.
Brett Johnson is a local legend. His private island is ground zero for some of the biggest gator fries in town.
We're here.
Hi. Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Turns out cooking gator is a lot simpler than trapping it. Fill the gator pot with oil and toss in the gator bites, breaded in egg and breadcrumbs.
So how long do you cook these for?
About 5 to 6 minutes. And they'll start floating when you know they're done. Just shake the grease off a little bit.
And these are gator bites, huh? Okay.
Good deal.
Party?
Party time.
I'm glad I ate light all day. All right, well, I guess I'm about to try my first gator bite.
Well, let's get her done.
Let's get her done. All right, well, cheers. That's good. Really good.
So we found our appetizer, a big old helping of Florida-style gator bites. Hope your next food is just as tasty, Maureen. Coming up, Maureen mines the Gulf for an iconic Florida food.
Look at me! I'm stone crabbing in Florida!
And later, I'm cutting into the heart of a truly unique Florida treat. I'm on a mission, along with Maureen McCormick, to create a meal from Florida's most famous foods. It's no secret Floridians love their seafood. Flanked by not one, but 2 coasts, the state pulls in more than 80 million pounds of fish per year. But in this state, all seafood is not created equal. In the murky Tampa Bay inlets, fishermen like Alan and Dylan McLean harvest the state's most famous creature from the deep, the stone crab. And today,
Let's go stone crabbing.
Maureen is climbing aboard.
Hop on.
You ready to get some crabs?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Nice boat.
Thank you.
Right now we're going through Tampa Bay Intercoastal into Tampa Bay where our traps are for y'all to pull and get some stone crabs today.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
A variety of stone crab species thrive in waters like these from northern Florida all the way to the Caribbean. But there's a reason Florida stone crab is a staple of the Sunshine State.
There's a preferred species that is from about central Florida to the Florida Keys, and we're right in the middle of it.
So you guys have the best species
We do.
here. And why is it the best?
It's the taste, the size, the color. It's just table perfect.
Stone crab season runs October to May. It's big business and hard work.
Not anybody can just go buy some traps and go catch their own stone crab.
Really?
You gotta have local knowledge of the weather, the tide. Basically, you need to know where to put them. If you don't know where the crabs are, you're not gonna catch them. You gotta know what days to go out and what days not to.
Is today a good day?
Today is a little on the windy side.
It is windy.
But the stone crab love the wind because it turns the water a dark color and it makes them comfortable enough to rise up out of the sand and go eat. The water's nasty like this is crabbing time.
The traps are marked by bright buoys.
I see one.
Yep, there
right?
you go. You already found it.
Let's get our gaff ready. This is how we get a hold of them.
Gaff the float, and then we're gonna put it on the pulley here and get it in the boat and see what's in it.
Okay,
And you're
Let's
the gaff
try to-
girl,
yeah.
so good luck.
we'll try.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Let us pull it in.
Nice.
And here's our trap. This one's got a lot of crab in it. Here's our bait bag with all of our nasty bait in it. It's got fish and pig's feet in it.
Lovely combination.
Right. And what we do now is we start going through it.
For centuries, stone crabs were harvested whole, but in the early 1900s, locals discovered a better way.
Don't harvest the whole crab, just the claws.
Which means these guys are not only delicious, but sustainable to boot. because their claws grow back.
You take the crab and you measure the side of his claw that doesn't move.
How long does the claw have to be?
The claw has to be 2 3/4 of an inch.
Uh-huh.
Break them, you break them in like that. So there's our claws. Those go back and grow more, and then we just keep going through them. This is a good one. Measure that one right there. Yep, that one's gonna be close. I think it's gonna make it though. Take a hold of them and break it in towards itself. Keep going. It's perfect.
Really?
You're a pro.
Okay.
Throw him back.
So, in a lifetime, how many claws will they regrow?
So many. They molt every
Wow.
year with the moon phases. They lose them in fights, fighting each other for food. They
So
break.
this is just kind of a natural thing.
Yeah, totally natural. It doesn't change anything. They just grow a new one. We got 400 more to pull, so I hope you're ready.
In a good season, fishermen trap 2 to 3 million pounds of stone crab per year.
Woo!
Nice.
I think I have found my new job.
But when Mother Nature is your boss,
Open it up.
Okay.
Just remember what's in there.
sometimes things go well.
That's a really big
Huge.
crab,
It's
probably a half pound,
beautiful.
pound crab right there.
Sometimes, not so much.
That one definitely needs to go. That one needs to go.
That one needs to go, right?
This one is short.
Goodbye, darling.
In this trap, we got 1 claw. Some catch a lot, some catch a little. That's how it goes.
Woo!
If you ask a local, steamed is the only way to eat a stone crab claw. But if you want to crack into one of these bad boys, better hightail it to the Sunshine State. Locals eat up nearly every ounce of each season's harvest, leaving precious little to export.
Don't have to convince me. The Florida stone crab definitely takes the entree spot on our main Florida State plate. Perfectly steamed and perfectly delicious.
Coming up,
Oh my God!
Florida food, lumberjack style. With help from Maureen McCormick, I'm tasting my way across Florida in search of the best foods the Sunshine State has to offer.
When it comes to interesting food, our next contender takes the cake. Or should I say, the frond.
Florida is home to more than 2,500 varieties of palm trees, but there's one that boasts a very unique trait. Inside each of these sable palm fronds lies an individual heart of palm, an edible root used in these parts to make swamp cabbage.
What is swamp cabbage?
It's actually the inside of the tree. There's some meat in there that you can eat. Basically, the Native Americans taught the settlers that were down here that there was something in there they could eat. A lot of people think of it as hearts of palm.
So how did they know that there was meat in there?
It's believed that when the Native Americans were down here, they saw the bears pawing at the tree, and so they knew they were trying to get some kind of food. And then once the Europeans came over and actually introduced metal axes, then they were able to get into themselves and realize kind of what was in there and how good it was.
So how long have you been doing it here in Southwest Florida?
Well, it's really a tradition around here, and we've been doing it since we were little.
So it's truly indigenous to this part of Florida.
Definitely.
Well, let's get to the heart of the matter.
So what we're wanting in here is a cylinder of meat. We're gonna take a chainsaw. We've already cleaned out the boots and the branches.
So these are called boots.
Yeah, they're the stem of the leaves here. We cut in the middle, kind of move the chainsaw back and forth to cut that cylinder. We don't want to cut the whole tree off.
Yeah.
Because if we can just get the heart out, it'll keep growing.
That looks like a lot of work for just a small amount of food.
I'll wait till you try it. We'll grab that chainsaw and some shades and we'll get started.
All right.
Can you feel something?
Yeah. So that's all you do?
Yeah, now we'll hook the chain to the truck and pull the hearts of palm right out. Right through there and around the...
All right, let's yank its heart out. Okay. Oh my God! So it happens that fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty, it just pops off?
Yep. It's because you made a good cut. That's why it came out so easy.
Hey.
And you can see at the bottom, if you lift it up, you can see the rings in there. Those are the different boots that are growing around it. So that's all these layers that are making up the meat of it.
Field cuts off the fronds. We slice through the layers,
Like shucking corn almost.
Yeah.
cut into cubes, and boil with onions and bacon fat.
There it is. So what do you think this is gonna taste like? Just by looking at it.
I mean, honestly, it looks like it's chopped up cardboard.
Well, let's see if it tastes like cardboard.
It's definitely not cardboard. It's really soft. It's softer than regular cabbage.
Sort of a cross between a dumpling and a noodle, I think.
I think you've done a fine job on this hearty meal.
Oh, thank you.
Swamp cabbage has to be the first side dish on our Florida State plate. A local favorite whose highly unusual name is matched only by its incredibly unique taste.
Told you it'd be good.
You are correct.
Next stop, Dade City, Florida, for our first official nod to the Sunshine State citrus. If the orange is the sweetheart of the Sunshine State, you might call its smaller cousin the sweet tart. This tiny golden fruit is so beloved in Florida, it has its own festival. Every year, hundreds of kumquat lovers gather to gobble up kumquat pie, kumquat ice cream, kumquat, well, everything.
Unlike the orange, the kumquat is sweet on the outside and tangy in the middle. And Maureen's about to take a big bite out of this tiny fruit.
Greg, these are amazing.
Well, I'm glad you like them.
So this is your farm.
Yes.
How many acres do you have here?
About 65 acres that we harvest. It's 24 groves.
I have been told that 1 acre produces 8,000 pounds of fruit.
Yes, it can here in Florida. They're picked by hand because there's multiple crops on there. You can't pick them all at the same time.
I'm gonna pick this one because it's a little green and I love tart.
You like the tartar
Okay.
ones?
So sour, I love it. What's your favorite thing to do with kumquats?
Marmalade.
I've never had kumquat marmalade.
Oh, well, you're going to have to try some kumquat marmalade. It's delicious.
Marmalade gets its name by including the skin of the fruit, equal parts sugar, and a dash of lemon juice.
Oh, it smells so good.
Oh, it's magnificent.
Talk about easy eating.
5 minutes.
Folks here make marmalade in the microwave.
It's done. Put it in the jars and then we...
Ready to go.
Very good.
It almost tastes like an orange honey to me. Oh, that is so good.
Citrus is a must-have on the Florida State plate.
So on our main plate, a side of kumquat marmalade on toast. A sweet, simple, and unique tribute to the Sunshine State's most famous crop. Coming
talk
up,
lives.
Maureen discovers the key to Florida's most famous dessert.
I wish everyone could try this right now. It's so good.
I'm searching the Sunshine State with some help from Maureen McCormick to find the most iconic foods Florida has to offer.
Our next tasty treat was born in the picturesque Florida Keys and grew up to become arguably the state's most iconic dessert, the key lime pie.
The key to this Florida favorite lies in its namesake fruit. Maureen's making a stop at Mike's Pies, where they whip up more than 60,000 pies a week. Here you'll find key lime pie by the boxes full. What you won't find are any imposter lines.
Let's talk limes.
Okay.
What do you got here?
This you've
Yeah.
probably seen before is it's a Persian lime.
Uh-huh.
You know, not to be confused with a key lime. And if you notice, it's yellow, not green. And go ahead and cut those open and look what they
Okay.
look like, how much different they are on the inside as well.
Compared to the Persian lime, the key lime is uniquely tart, and these days, sadly rare.
You know, everybody thinks that, you know, we're getting these key limes from Florida. You know, there's no key lime groves in the country anymore. The last groves got wiped out when Hurricane Andrew came through. So we get these from Mexico. They're the key lime tree. It's just coming out of Mexico because they're the only ones that have the groves.
Right.
This amazing pie owes its color, tartness, and name to the key lime, but it owes its creation to another ingredient.
Back in the day when they didn't have refrigeration and air conditioning, they would have condensed milk around.
Yeah.
And they didn't make pies with it. They would drink the milk, but they would pull a key lime off the tree and squirt it in the milk and stir it in their cup and drink it. And then it eventually made its way to, you know, the pie form. For it to be called a key lime pie, it has to have egg yolks, condensed milk, key lime juice. And if they're not doing that, then they're posers.
And now
Mine's a little easier to cover.
comes the best part of the job.
All right, let's make some pies.
Oh, it smells so good in here.
3 simple ingredients.
Condensed milk, egg yolk, and key lime.
And that looks like it's ready to go. You ready to put this thing in the oven?
I am. Okay.
The secret to Mike's pie is how long it cooks, which he refuses to reveal.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, seriously? This is the best key lime pie I have ever had in my entire life. It's sweet, it's tart, I need some more. I love it. I wish everyone could try this right now. It's so good.
Oh, I'm gonna try it. But for now, break out the dessert plate for a sweet slice of tart key lime pie.
The perfect dessert for the perfect Florida meal. We've scoured the state to build a meal filled with iconic Florida foods.
Oh, that is so good.
On our appetizer plate, fresh cooked gator bites straight from the Florida swampland. On our main plate, an entree of steamed Florida stone crab with a side of traditional swamp cabbage and kumquat marmalade on toast. And finally, a sweet slice of key lime pie tops off a meal that's so uniquely delicious and so uniquely Florida.